Hi, today I'm going to show you how to use the AI SDR system to increase the amount of leads from a paid traffic campaign or social media that you're able to book into calls and into paid customers. You're probably aware that the longer you wait to get in touch with leads, the lower will be your conversion rate. So this system here, we apply for a B2B SaaS, that's our client, for several months, and it helped them to increase the amount of leads that they turn into calls by at least 30%. They were able to get in touch with leads almost instantly. They didn't need to spend so many hours training SDRs or actually replying to leads because the system does it automatically, and you can start using the same thing and doing the same process in your company as well. And just by doing so, you can definitely leverage a lot of AI to increase the amount of leads that you book into meetings, and then of course start being a paid customer for you. To do that, we're going to use a very simple stack of tools like NNN, Supabase, Chatwood, and an API to speak on WhatsApp. In this example, this is going to be the main channel that we use to speak with customers. But this same system here could be applied to LinkedIn, to Instagram, to X or Facebook, SMS, really whatever channel you use to speak with our customers, we can already use AI to speed up the process, speed up the time that we take to get in touch with these customers. But before we actually start seeing the demo, I'm going to quickly show you how the paid traffic funnel worked for this B2B SaaS. So basically they had an ad campaign set, of course, taking leads to a landing page. So something like this, right? There's an example. We have built, dozens of landing pages so far for B2B SaaS. And I know that this template here really works. So of course there's customizations from one point or another point, but this overall structure here converts really well, right? So we're taking people into a landing page. So we're going to have a form where from this form, customers are able to schedule a call with us directly. They're able, in some cases, to access and have a free trial of the offer, or they're able to get in touch with us through WhatsApp, through SMS, through, a call, whatever it is, right? So without further ado, let's take a look at the system and see it working in real life. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press run here and start listening to simulate a conversation with this SDR. In real life, we wouldn't have to do this. We would just have a webhook working continuously. But in this case, as is a task, so you can see and show you guys all of everything that's happening on the back end. We need to do this in this way. And here you're also going to see that I have previous messages that are erased because I was just testing, so I could record all of this for you guys. So let's start, right? So first message is going to be a text. So hey, I saw the website, wanted to know more about the app, right? And the system is waiting for the message. So we're going to hit enter, and now it's going to start running. So we will see, and it's going to check whether or not we have this number in our database, right? Since it's the first time we got this number, we're writing this number on the database, and then what we're doing is we're moving on with the flow. We're checking whether or not it's a good time to follow up with them. I'm going to explain this in a sec. Then we're seeing if it's a text, an audio, or an image, and treating the message accordingly, because we can also receive audio or files from the customer. We're checking whether or not there's a second message. Sometimes there's this, let's say, hey, message 1, and then I want to know more about the system, message 2, right? So we're checking for that too. And then we're providing all the context that we have to a AI assistant that is pre-trained with information about the company and their product and what they do, what they don't do, what their customer looks like and whatever. So it can generate a reply. And then we're sending short messages, very human, very friendly, to interact with the lead, right? So we're sending a few messages right now. So we got these messages right here. So great to hear. You visit our website. Our app helps centralize all safety routines in one place. So I haven't mentioned before, this is a AI SDR for a B2B SaaS that offer a way for companies to manage the safety equipment they deliver to employees, that they follow all the process they require. So these kind of situations, this software is useful for. So of course, it's training to try to sell this particular software, right? So for example, you can manage inspections, risk analysis, and now also we control the delivery and digital signatures of this protection equipment. And do you want to have more information, or can you schedule a call with a manager so you can go deeper into the solution and understand more, right? So we're trying to schedule a call in here. In this case, we're not trying to filter whether or not this is a qualified lead, but we could do that too, right? So we didn't instruct the AI agent in this case to say, hey, do you have at least this amount of money, or do you intend to do this in the next 3 or 6 months? Are you in this industry, or are you a decision maker? Whatever the qualification questions might be, we could have done in here. We're not doing, but we could have, right? Now, for this case, we just wanted to speak with everyone who came to us, because we're in the process to generate more demand. So this is the first message. And now we could even do other messages. So right now I'm going to use an audio, right? So I'm going to click and run the system again. That's great. I'm on the construction industry, and I wanted to know if I can send protection equipment to employees that are in different construction sites across the US, and I can collect their signature to make sure that they receive the equipment, and to show the authorities, if needed, that we're following all the process that are necessary regarding their safety. Can I do that? So I just sent an audio in this time, and of course it will also receive the message in here. Let me give it a zoom. This time you will see that it's an existing customer, right? So we didn't create another record. I'm going to show you in a sec the database. And now we're creating, we saw that this time is an audio, so we're using a API module that transforms an audio into a script, into a test, and then we're feeding. We're still waiting to see if there may be a second audio or a second text, whatever it is. We're waiting a little bit, and then we're feeding the AI agent again with the customer inquiry or the customer question, so we can generate the reply. And in this case, we're only replying through text, but the system can also reply through audio, or we can source a file or a data or a video or a flyer, whatever it is, from our product, and reply with that video, for instance, to the customer to make it even more interesting, of course. But right now we're just using text. So if we take a look at here, you can see that you will have replied, yes, you can easily send APIs to employees on different sites and register the delivery in our app. Each delivery generates a digital record, including the employee's signature, and so on and so forth, right? So you can see it really works. And then he's trying to schedule a quick demo with us, right? And let me hit to run the flow again, and I'm gonna send the message. Can I schedule a call tomorrow, 10 a.m.? I could ask, how much does it cost? And you guys would see that he'll say, hey, I can't really say how much it costs right now through WhatsApp, but we can schedule a call with one of our specialists. He will explain you further the product and also tell you how like our price works. So we actually handle those kind of tricky questions as well. So as you guys can see here, it's already working for this call that I asked. It's taking a little, taking his time to do so, and you will probably reply in this case to us, hey, that's nice. I'm going to check the availability of one of our experts, and I'm going to get back to you, right? In this case, we didn't want to go and schedule meetings right away, so automatically, but we could also definitely do this, right? So as I said, let me check the availability of our specialist for tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I'll confirm as soon as possible. Meanwhile, is there anything about our information that is still our software that is still curious, that you still want to know about, right? So as you can see here, this is how the system works. And now I'm going to explain further each module, each functionality here and how is it structured, right? So the way this works, we have a database in Supabase, which is a very simple. It's just like a big spreadsheet, but with more functionalities, and that you can do a lot more, right? So in this case, we have this project set up here, and we have a table with all of the leads that we have interacted in the past. So we can see, hey, have we interacted with this lead in the past? If so, we can use this messages history that we have to kind of embase and to kind of use. So if we have this lead interacted with this lead in the past, we can use all the data to generate the next reply that we're going to send to them. But if it's the first time that we interact with that lead, then we register this person into our database, of course. And Supabase is really simple to use. It's really cost effective, so it's a really good tool when we need to have a strong database. So it's a really good solution. And then again, we're checking whether or not it's a text or it's an audio that the customer sent to us, or maybe it's a video, or they uploaded a PDF or whatever it is, and then we're treating all of that information with some OpenAI modules that will help us to transcribe audio to text, or maybe video to text, or maybe a PDF to a text file, all those things. We're waiting a little bit because someone might answer with something like this. I'm not going to be able to get this in here because I'm testing, but someone might reply, hey man, hey, that's nice. I can do tomorrow. Let me know. I can meet tomorrow. Right, so they might split into different messages, and this is what this part here does, right? We're waiting a little bit after we get the first message to see, hey, will them send a second message after, let's say, 2 or 3 seconds. So we're waiting, in this case, I think we're waiting for 4 or 5 seconds, waiting for 10 seconds in here. I could wait for less, right? Right, so we're waiting for 10 seconds, as you can see, he waited and understood the 2 different messages that I sent. Say, hey, nice that you liked. I'm also checking for tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll see if it works and I'll let you know. Right, so he's doing this. And also, I'm also going to show you how this AI assistance can be set. Another variation that we could use, and we do use in some other products, is actually using AI agents instead of AI assistants. So an agent, what the difference that they can do is that an agent will already have all the tools. So if you wanted to schedule a call right away with that lead automatically, like check our schedule and already send an invitation for a call, then we use an AI agent because you would have this tool that would allow it to do it automatically. Or if you wanted to call this customer if something happened, right? We could have another, like a voice agent on another platform that would also be a tool for this AI agent to go and call this prospect, for instance, right? But in this case, we didn't need to use an agent itself. We could use an assistant. And then here we're just sending the messages depending on if they were text or audios, we're doing and creating. In this case, we're only using text, but we could use different ways, right? So I wanted to show you guys how we can set up this assistance. So it's really simple. We can just use the OpenAI playground that we can build different assistants, right? So in this case, so you guys are going to see that this is an important case because this customer is based in Brazil, but basically we're giving the instructions to the AI agent, or in this case, the AI assistant, with how he should speak with the customers, giving information about what we do, some backup information about what kind of customers we work with, what kind of success case that we already have, what are the benefits our product generate to customers, what problems we solve, and so on, right? What kind of tone and style we want to use. So we're giving all of this information here, and we can also upload a knowledge base, which I have in here, which is this one. I got this database in here so you guys can see how it looks like. So basically what we did, we got all of the main information that we have from this customer, from his business, and it's almost like we're hiring a very smart intern. So we need to train this intern, give him context, explain what we do, what we don't do, what kind of customer we want or don't want to work. So we're telling who is our ideal client profile or customer profile. We're giving a product overview, key features, platform integration, features and benefits matrix, value propositions for different segments, maybe construction companies, engineering and service providers, energy, gas, water, utilities, and even some objection handling. So a lot of information and context that we can provide to this assistant, so he will be able to answer the lead in a more effective way, right? So with that said, we can of course call that assistant in our native workflow. And in this case, we're using WhatsApp, as you guys saw, to communicate with customers. For this, we're using this tool here, which is called Evolution API. This is not an official WhatsApp API, so it's more flexible and it's free. So it allows us to speak with customers even with good volumes. We need to be careful with it being declared as spam or sending too many messages. But if we're speaking with, let's say, up to 100 leads per month, or maybe 200 leads per month, that's more than enough to cover. So it is one very viable option. But of course, that depending on the project, we may want to use a official WhatsApp API from Meta, and that's perfectly doable as well. This system, not only through WhatsApp, it could also work on LinkedIn, on Instagram, or X, whatever channel we use to communicate with customers. So if you like the video, make sure to subscribe and like here. If you want to know or get access to any particular part of the flow or of the system or the automations, just comment here on the video. And I can, of course, record a new video going specifically into these things that you guys want to know, or maybe you want to have access to one of the templates or whatever it is. Just comment on, just leave a comment here so I can know. If you need help to implement this kind of things to your own company, whatever your case use is, just click on the link below, schedule a quick call. We can have a strategy session and see what is the best architecture and how to make the most out of AI to your company so you can get more leads, more sales, and of course save more time as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow so you can continue receiving more videos like this, and it also helps me. It doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.